All right. Hey, all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. And I just wanted to do I want to do a quick video, Lord willing, that's edifying to the point, pretty much on a topic that came to my head a couple of days ago, which was, it pretty much was just like a line of thought, which was, another day to serve the Lord, man. I woke up in good spirits, and it's just a thought came to my head, like when I woke up, man, like, hey, it's another day to serve the Lord, another day to serve the Lord, another day to like spiritually reset. You could look at every day like a spiritual reset, man, because we know the day ends and begins at sunset, but every day is supposed to be like a new day, as they say. It's a new day. Meaning that time period of the day before is no longer, and you're in the present. So it's a new day to serve the Lord. It's a new day to have a spiritual reset, and you reset, you refocus, and there's another R. It creates like a triple, a word saying with 3 R's. I forget what it is. Reset, refocus, and something else. Reset, refocus, replan, reactivate, however you will. That's what you could liken like a new day unto spiritually, man. And we know the scriptures speak about not letting the day go down upon your wrath, roughly paraphrasing, but just showing you like, hey, every day is supposed to be a new day where you're supposed to, move on from the shit. Excuse my language, but move on from the stuff from the day before. If you got an issue with a brother, you're supposed to settle that right then and there before the sun sets. Whatever you got going on. So I'm just gonna get some scriptures that tie into that, or at least that tie into that, and for me, and I'm gonna expound on it. Lord willing, is edifying. All right, because every day is a new day to serve the Lord. All right, we're servants here on the planet, and our ultimate job, our ultimate work is to do the work of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, to do this work, to push this word, and to be servants one to another. So this is Psalms 23:1. It says, a Psalm of David: the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. And that green pastures, I looked up the word pastures, right? And pastures is like it's like an open land where full of grass and other different herbs that flock would eat, lamb, sheep, cows. You keep them in pastures, which is like that open land. And a spiritually, pastures represents having an abundance, like a great abundance of what is the abundance that we have is this knowledge and this understanding. The animals, when they're in the pastures, that pastures has an abundance of food, of green, healthy vegetation that the cows and everything would eat. And that land is like an abundance of rich, nutritious land that, the cows eat, man. So that pastures represents, that green pastures is what? In abundance, pretty much. In abundance. And of course, this is the scriptures. So it's spiritual, meaning what do we have an abundance of is this knowledge and this understanding. So it says, he maketh me to lie down in green pastures. All right. The Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai has given us this knowledge, this truth and understanding. He leadeth me beside the still waters. And still waters represents calm. A still water is for water still, meaning it's unbothered. Like if you throw a pebble in the water, it's no longer still. That you can see the water move. Like if you ever skip pebbles on the water, you can see the water move. And it says in the NLT, he lets me rest in green meadows. He leads me besides peaceful streams. Going into the still waters, like I said, a still water is a water that hasn't been moved, that hasn't been touched and bothered. And that's how we are in this truth and in this ministry. All right, going back to what I said, the title is going to be something along the lines of like, hey, every day is a spiritual reset. Every day is a new day to serve the Lord, man. And that's what we truly got to understand, that because the Lord's dealing with us, man. He's giving us these green pastures. He's giving us an abundance of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. An infinite pool of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that we can continuously tap into and learn and grow. And then he gives us a calm and steady mind, man, to handle all the crap that we got to go through in this life. All right. He says he leads me besides the still waters, meaning that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is our peace. He is our calm when we're in these crazy times. And we always got to kind of, when you reset and when you refocus, that's when you pretty much you go back to the basics. You go back to what your foundation is so that you don't forget it. Like you refresh yourself on why you even started doing what you're doing in the first place, man. So that's why I'm getting these type of scriptures, man. Just, basic, but it's hitting the point, a spiritual reset, a mental reset is when you go back to the basics. You remind yourself why you started. All right. You fully ingrain, the principles of whatever you do into your mind all over again. That's why it says a refocus. All right. So Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, he's given us this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. He leadeth me besides the still waters. All right. The Lord keeps our mind calm and at peace while we're in this hell. Verse 3, it says, he restoreth my soul. See, he restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. His name is Yahweh. His name, the Most High's name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai. And it says he restoreth my soul. Let's go into that word restoreth. It says shawab. It says shawab. It says to return back, to turn back, to return. Okay? To return. Return to what? When you first get this knowledge and understanding, you return to knowing who you truly are. Which is being an Israelite. And now that we have this knowledge and understanding, and you may have been in it for however long you are, however long you've been in it, every single day is like a day to return, man. A day to detox and refocus and serve the Lord. Always, like I said, reaffirm what you're into, man. That you're a man of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, you're an Israelite, a faithful man, precious in the sight of the Lord. And to refocus on what? Doing this work. Understand that this work is our main priority. Pushing the word out to the hopeful elect, feeding the sheep, being brotherly one to another. That's our main goal here in this life. All right, staying spiritually minded in the midst of a carnal world. That's our goal. Hey, and it just so happens while I'm doing this video, it's the Day of Atonement, man. It's the Day of Atonement, a day where you fast, a day where you fast, show the Lord you're sorrowful for your sins. The Day of Atonement is like a spiritual reset, man. It's like whenever you fast, really, that's like a great time to detox from carnality and grow closer to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which the Most High is a spirit. So in order to grow close to him, you got to grow close to him, to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, you got to be spiritually minded, man. And fasting really puts you in your highest state in terms of being spiritually minded, because you're abstaining from, the pleasures of the sex. You don't have sex when you fast. And on a Sabbath, which the Day of Atonement is likened unto a Sabbath, you don't have sex, you don't eat, and you don't drink water. So that's putting you in like a state close to like the angels. The angels don't have sex, eat, and drink. So it's putting you in a very spiritual state, man. And it's like a spiritual reset. It's greatly needed. You know, fasting is greatly needed. It's like a spiritual reset in this truth, man. It'll refocus you. All right. This is Psalms 23 and verse 4. It says, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff comfort me." And we know that this valley of the shadow of death is America. All right. And we're walking in this crazy hellhole day after day. So a spiritual reset and a spiritual refocus is needed whenever you need it. All right. And now it all kind of makes sense to me. When I woke up that day, whenever it was a couple of days ago, if not yesterday. Memory's a little hazy on it, but you know, it happened shortly, you know, not that long ago, man. And I just had the thought like, hey, a new day to serve the Lord, man. I get it now. That was pretty much like that was me pretty much in my own head going like, all right, you know, this is a new day to reset. You know, it just kind of hit me in the spirit what I was really saying, man. This was a new day to reset, a new day to refocus, a new day to affirm, you know, to show you how Bashem Yahushua that you're his soldier, that you're willing to work twice as much harder as you did the next day, man. A reset, man. That was pretty much like a thought came to my head. A new day to serve the Lord, man. Like a new day to reset, refocus, and go harder for the Lord. Because why? Psalms 23 and 4, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil." The valley of the shadow of death is America. So we're constantly in a low, we're in a low place. A valley is a low place between mountain ranges. And the valley of the shadow of death is America. This is a spiritually, morally, mentally, and carnally low place. So we need Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to sup with us and deal with us. And you need a spiritual reset whenever you need it. Whenever you're in this carnal place, we always need like a reset and a refocus, man. Because that's balance. That's a way to the Rosh Monagon of the DC camp, he always says, or he used to always say, like, hey, you need to you don't just fast from food and water. You fast from technology. All right. You put the cell phone down for a whole day. Tell brothers that you're not gonna be on the phone. You tell your girl, whatever. You fast from technology, man. You fast from maybe certain music you're listening to, from different TV shows you watching. Pretty much what he was saying was you gotta spiritually fast from this world. You gotta spiritually fast from America, from the ways of death which are in this world. Which is what a detox, a fast is a refocus. It realigns you with your purpose and your creator. That's what this Day of Atonement is a refocus, man. And it's humbling us, you know, when we afflict our flesh. It's humbling you before the Lord and refocusing you on this path, because we're in the valley of shadow of death. We're in a low place, and we constantly need to cleave to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai in numerous ways. And one of the best ways to do that is to fast, all right, from food, water, and like I was saying, fast from different technology, fast from this world, man. Fast from the ways of America, Babylon the Great, which is the valley of shadow of death, so that you can refocus and recenter whenever you need to. Okay. Let me just finish this out and I'm gonna close the video. It says, Psalms 23 and 4, it says, "I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff comfort me." And when you go into that word rod, it says the rod, the staff, the branch, the rod, shaft, club of shepherd's implement. And then when you go into that word staff, the word staff pretty much goes into, you know, support. You know, like a rod and a staff, old people use, they got a cane. But back in the day, they used to just use a big piece of stick, which was the rod or a staff that would support them so that they could walk upright. You know, it gets harder for certain people to walk when they get older. So they had a staff or a rod to support them so that they could walk straight. Hey, what's our support in this ministry? And this truth is what? It's Yahweh Shai, man. It's Yahweh Shai. It's the Refocus. So it said what? It said, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff comfort me. Which is the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai's spirit, the scriptures say that he's with us until the ends of the world, roughly paraphrasing, and the Holy Spirit is with us, man. So Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, he's with us. All right, the spirit of the Lord is with us, man. Holy angels are with us. And that's what's here, that's what's comforting us. Verse 5, thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. That table that's prepared spiritually is this knowledge and understanding of this truth that we have. We're eating it up. Okay? The scriptures compare knowledge and understanding to food. You know, your mind eats what? Not literal food, but what you take into your mind is knowledge and understanding. So that table that's before us in the presence of mine enemies is this truth, this knowledge, and this understanding that the Lord is giving us daily. We're eating this, we're consuming it in the presence of our enemies, which is Esau, Edom, and we're in captivity, we're in hell. We're under our enemies. Verse 6, it says, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. So, right, and that's pretty explainable in itself, man. The Lord's with us. Goodness and mercy is always with us, man. And Lord willing, we dwell in the house of the Lord forever. So, yeah, man, this video pretty much just turned into a spiritual exhortation, just trying to rehammer, you know, the focus and the basics again, spiritually, so that you can just use this Day of Atonement as a way to just spiritually refocus, man. Spiritually refocus. Know that Yahweh Bashem Yahshua is dealing with us. We may be in a lower state, but the Lord is with us. And we just stay focused on our number one job, which is to be a servant, serve Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, and to serve one another. And don't let this world overcome you, but overcome the world, man. So Lord willing, this was edifying. All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, Bashem Rakakudah, Shalom.